It is my absolute honor to introduce one of my favorite people on the planet. Her name is Rachel Rose Little Crow. She's a priestess, a powerful priestess, an oracle, and she's a third generational healer. She is not only authentic, but a very, very powerful healer. And she's a third generational healer, so this has been in her lineage for a very long time. She walks the walk, she talks the talk, and she is one of the most powerful priestesses and healers that I have ever met. It's been an absolute honor to know her and to work with her. I'm so excited to share her with you. Oh, Rose, so happy you're here.
It's such a blessing and an honor to be here, Schamet. Really been looking forward to this day. I'm so glad that we're here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, so there's some other things I wanted to say too. She really, truly represents the ancient feminine sisterhood. And she carries that live ancestral medicine of the sisterhood. And she's really been bringing that to the women that she works with. She's been a priestess and an oracle working for a long time with women. And I'll let you talk a little bit more about it, Rose. But, the first question in the summit is, what does the goddess mean to you?
Such a beautiful question, Schamet. What the goddess means to me is salvation. What the goddess means to me is the opening of our infinite, our natural, indigenous, infinite pathways to true humanity. What the goddess means to me is hope. Hope that leads us back into our ancient origins and the roots of our deep, magnificent and magnetic, etheric ancestors, into the origins of our sacredness, into our collective beginnings, because the goddess leads us into the lap of the mother. What the goddess means to me is the opportunity to recognize that the many thousands of manifestations, the many thousands of symbols, the many thousands of names of the goddess are all indigenous principles that we carry. Her expansive expression takes on an individual and unique manifestation within everyone, male and female. It's one of the greatest things I love about her. How that we can make her our own. And that these principles, these names, these symbols register such a deep resonance within us that we remember. We remember a truth that embraces all of us, that we are one. Yes, we are many manifestations. Yes, we are many cultures. Yes, we are many pathways. Yes, we are many colors. But actually, that diversity represents life. And through her, I recognize, and I have learned, that we all sit in this infinite cycle of life, reflecting and mirroring, that there's something in our collectivity that registers us as siblings to this beautiful, benevolent spirit of our Earth star, of our Earth, of our planet. For me, the goddess calls us into galactic citizenship. She calls us into global citizenship. She calls us all to the round table. That's what I love. The other thing I love about her. She lays down separations. She cultivates unity. She's dynamic in the love of all her children. And remembering her, connecting with her, puts us in this idea of the Hugh family. That you are my brother and you are my sister. Doesn't matter which part of the world that you come from, but we have come from the same womb. That means so much more to us now in our times than it has ever before. Praises be to the great mother that loves all her children the same, yet she understands that some children need the tough love, some children need the compassionate ear, some children need to be left to walk into their own destiny. So what she means to me, she has been my salvation. The integration of her representation into my own personal principles, the way that I view myself, the idea of as she is complete, I am complete. As she is whole, I am whole. And therefore, what I observe becomes complete and whole. And who I observe becomes complete and whole because we come from the same womb. There truly is no division, only that which we want to recognize, only that which we want to define. There is no division in terms of our collective understanding that we are all here for a purpose. And these higher feminine, righteous frequencies, they stimulate creativity. Oh, it's so beautiful. You know this for yourself, Schamet. She stimulates the creativity. She stimulates the curiosity. She stimulates our indigenous similarity to her natural cycles and her seasons. She keeps welcoming the recognition of your uniqueness. Oh, she has thousands of names. Yeah. She represents the fact that we are all in a sacred nature of power. It dwells in you just as it dwells in me, no differently. That seed is the same because we come from the same womb. She means everything. She means the salvation of this planet. She means hope for the future generations. She means hope for this Earth star. She means hope for the love that we long to give each other, the right of which has been taken away through the eons of history and through the establishment of this system. She says, no, children, remember me and you remember your origins. Remember me and you remember truth. Let me register within you so you understand that the external observance of me is only the beginning. That's only the beginning. I live in you. Awaken, daughter. Awaken, my son. I live in you. This is what she means to me. I could say a lot more.
Oh, I love that. I love you so much. Yeah, Rose and I, we recognize that we are sisters. We are sisters from ancient past and reconnected in this lifetime. And oh, I just love you, Rose, so much. Thank you. That was a beautiful, beautiful download. So sacred. So my next question is, what does the redemption of the feminine spirit mean to you? And I know that's a really big question, but I love to hear what you have to say about that, about the redemption.
I believe the feminine spirit is redeemed. I believe that redemption is the activation, the stimulus, the inspiration for us to go deeper. Yes, the goddess is surface. Yes, she can dwell in the middle lands. And yes, she dwells in dark chambers. Her redemption, the redemption process that I believe we are truly, truly deeply in, is that activation on an individual level. I think this is the importance of the redemption, that there's another place to be, there's another space to be that is free from the burdens, the wounding, the contamination, and the divisions that we experience. Her redemption is an activation. It's an activation of ancient pathways. It's an activation of our collective telepathic abilities. It's the activation of the old landmarks of our collectivity. And in the individual, it's so important because what the Father has not given us, the Mother readily has so much in store as to what we need, as to what has been missing, as to what has been overlooked, as to what has been bypassed. And because she redeems us in our light, in our shadow, and in our deep, dark chambers, the opportunities that she offers for us to actually actualize ourselves and to recognize the nature of what it really means to be a human being. Balance, she creates the harmonic. She gathers the poles. She gathers all the elementals within the individual. They begin to activate. And then we begin to question, is this all? Is there something else for me? Can I be free from this old pattern? Can I be free from this old mindset? Where is it that I can find my freedom? And we are witnessing throughout all of the spiritual paradigm, we are witnessing this desire to go deeper. And for me, that is why I say she has been redeemed. We're no longer able to sustain ourselves with surface relationship, surface conversation, the surface workshops, the surface trainings, the surface. There's a deeper cry for freedom. And for me, her redemption is our alma mater for freedom. When she activates in us, we begin to see the wonder and the treasure of our humanity. It's a different space. She offers a different space. And this is what I feel we need. We need to become the definers. Yes? For so long, others have been defining for us. And these definitions have limited us. But don't you know you have the power to define? What you say it is, surely it must be. Yes, this is the space I feel. This is the redemption of the goddess, yes? That we are not predestined to be in shackles and chains. No. Yes, we are destined to pursue freedom. Freedom, choice, empowerment. Yes, this is why I say she has been redeemed. And we see it, you know it in your own work. And so many of the priestesses and the speakers that have been on the summit, they know it too. The call of the spirit to be answered, the call of the spirit to be manifest from within the individual, the call for true identity, not what has been shaped for us, not what is being dictated for us, but that which we declare that we are. Yeah, this is why I say she has been redeemed. And this energy is truly, truly on the planet. And the reason why I know it's on the planet, because in my work, people are coming to look at their wounds. They're ready. They're ready. So that first thing is her redemption means how it manifests in us, self-responsibility. That's the first register. Yeah, I see this in me. Now what can I do about it? I haven't been ready before, but let me go see if there's anybody out there that can see me, that can hear me, that can hold me. This is why I say she's been redeemed, because the new space is opening up. And I know the things in our, the circumstances of our contemporary time have really set us up for that. You know, we've been locked down. You know, I have a priestess, sister, high priestess of the Black Rose Temple, Linda Raven. She doesn't call it a lockdown. She calls it a love down. Yeah, because we had the opportunity to really look at ourselves. And when we rose out of that, there was stuff to look at. There was healing to be done. There was so much breakdown from where I'm sitting in my work, so much breakdown. I never spoke to so many women as I did in lockdown. And then when we came out, it was like people were seeking, searching, trying to understand why they feel this way, what's missing. And this is why I say that she's been redeemed, because this new space has opened up.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. I love the love down instead of the lockdown. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a treasure. That's such a treasure. I'm taking that one. The love down.
Yeah.
So true. It really has brought so many families together. I know it's brought my family closer. I mean, it's also been challenging to be around each other so much, you know. However, I now don't want my husband to go back to work. I like having him home. It's actually very nice to have a cup of coffee together. I mean that's amazing how so much good has come from this time. So my next question for you, Rose, is what does the awakening mean to you? I mean, there's lots of talk about we're in the apocalypse, we're in the awakening, we're moving from the third to the fifth dimension. And I'd love to know how you feel about it, because there's a lot of different thoughts going around, and it's a great piece to explore.
Yes, and it's a great question, another great question. And I, for one, welcome all voices on this. I believe all voices are needed, everybody. I believe everybody's medicine is needed, everybody. Everybody's gifts are needed right now. And you know, this awakening, it's been going on for a long time. We've had waves of it, wave after wave after wave. And we must awaken. And we must support, and those of us who have awakened and have come out of our isolation, we are waiting for those that are coming in the future waves. Yes, we awaken, we must awaken. We must awaken to the truth of who we are primarily. You know, I weep for the things that I will never know, that I've never experienced because of life in this system. You know, the disconnect from our roots. You know, so much has happened in terms of the colonization and the neo-colonization of spiritual pathways, indigenous people. There's a real mess here, a real mess. It's like that ball of wool, you know, it's all like this. And this is why the awakening is essential, and we are awakening, and we will continue to awake. I personally believe that we have been on this track to galactic citizenship for a really long time. I believe what is being smashed and deconstructed and shattered is our limited beliefs about our capacity as a Hugh family, and it needs to go. It needs to go. These limitations need to be pulled back so that we can get a view not only of our magnificence, but also of our ability to be together on this planet and be in harmony with this planet. Awakening is happening, wave and wave and wave of it. It is unstoppable. Everybody is in a different wave and at a different level, but it is like an ocean rolling. It cannot be stopped. It will not be stopped. There are powers here, you know, our celestial lineups, the galactic energies, the diamond light energies, the new luminous hue codex, the new earth codex, many, many, many workers on the planet, many, many channels on the planet, many, many groups on the planet bringing in this codex, these new earth codexes. We are awakening and we will continue to awaken, you know. And yes, I understand the resistance, and I understand how we cling to what we know, yes, but the awakening allows us to dive fully into what we don't know and be okay with that, because it's what in the realms of what we do not know, we will find the solution. So it has been, so it will always be. You know, in the ancient days, if you were in the unknown, you'd go check the oracle. You would go check the oracle because the oracle knew how to navigate the unknown, you know, and she could bring back guidance for you so that you could walk deeper into yourself and deeper into your life. I believe we are all healers. I believe we all have the new earth codex. I believe we are all oracles. I completely understand that as a whole, the Hugh family completely underrates itself. Don't you know we are the creators here? It's us. We are the children of this earth star. We are the mothers of this earth star. We are the fathers of this earth star. This is our home. And now for me, in my first wave of awakening, it was big and it was pretty brutal, because I had that, like many people, I had that defining moment where I was like, what have you done here? What have we done here on this planet? You know, the early stages, they rock your life, yeah? Powerful, powerful, powerful gateways for us all to walk through into the awareness that actually we are the solution, that you have solution right in you. You have new technology right there in you. You've got answers, you've got know-how, you've got wisdom, you've got knowledge, and it's indigenous to your being. You know, it's not an ology that's come from the outside. It's an upload that is coming from your DNA matrix. And we're being activated. We're being activated towards awakening. It's an essential problem. It's an essential process. And you know, and I know, it's not going away. We're going to ride these waves and ride these waves until all the shackles are off of us, until all the false beliefs that separate us are dead and buried and destroyed. And then we can begin to reestablish healthy legacy for our children. Right now, we're just passing on trauma as the legacy. Generation to generation to generation. Yeah. When we awaken, we have the opportunity to reestablish healthy, prosperous, abundant, loving legacy to our children. You know, the awakening causes us to do the digging that is necessary. That's how you know you're awakening. If you weren't sure, you know, you get, yes, you're going to get the dark nights of the soul, but they're not here to stay. They're here to pass through, and you're here to pass through them. You know, this is unstoppable. This is unstoppable. It cannot be stopped. We're popping up. We're popping open. We're realizing, we're activating to the fact that there is something deeper, greater, bigger in me that I am destined to bring upon this planet. Yes? Unstoppable. This sea, these waves that are coming. So that track for our upgrade, it's going on. It's going on. Yes, and there is a lot of resistance to it. but that resistance will dissolve, because the more that we awaken, the more these scales drop off of our eyes and we begin to understand our kinship and our true relationship to each other. Yes. And yeah, there are some deep conversations that we still need to have with each other. There are issues, circumstances, and history that we need to sit at the table with each other and have the faith and the trust that when we speak these things, we can heal these things. When we feel these things, we can heal these things. This to me is the process of the awakening. And it does take courage. It does take courage. It does take bravery to show yourself. It does take courage to be yourself amongst your family, you know, because normally not everybody in the family awakens together. You're probably the one awakening and wondering how are you going to integrate this? How are you going to show yourself? You know, the challenge there in the family is really great. But I would say to you, no love of self. Know your intention, understand the power of your intention. Stop the doing and be the being. Yes, it will happen naturally. If it's true for you, just let it happen naturally. And I would say that those who are in a sort of solo activation within a group or within a family, you will cause the healing crises. But that is just the register of the new frequency in the family. So don't be disheartened. Hold that space in love. Hold it in compassion. But the only way that you're going to really be able to do that is if you are actualizing love and self-compassion. So the self-care is huge for the awakening soul, you know. It gives us so many opportunities. This awakening is giving us so many opportunities to break down the old modes of inauthentic conversation. You know, from where I'm sitting, they're just not interested in that. They're not interested in the confines of the old paradigm. They're not interested in that. What they want is a reality. They want a connection. They want somebody to speak to this new experience that they're having. They're wanting somebody to mirror that back, you know? So if you are experiencing the many, many symptoms of the awakening, first of all, know that you're not alone. Second of all, know that it is a process. Yes, it has its deep moments, but open yourself to receive the codex that is actually coming in for you. Yes? Your creativity, your gifting will become so much more apparent for you. So many great medicine people out there doing really, really good work to hold you. Find community, find those that have a like mind. Yes, it will make things easier, but it's unstoppable. It will be wave after wave, ascension step after ascension step, initiation after initiation, gateway after gateway, rites of passage after rites of passage. We're going for this. We're going for this. You know, we may not, we may not be speaking as a collective, but we're energizing as a collective. Oh yeah, there's more to us. This is what the awakening, this is the true message of the awakening. There is more to you than you have known. There is more to you than you have been taught. There is so much more to you. So what does that really mean for the Hugh family? That means that we get to occupy and stand upon and live upon this Earth star. That is our right. You know, there was a time where the rights of the beneficiary was just the same as the tree, the rabbit and the squirrel, the flower and the bee. Nobody had to hand you that, yeah? Nobody had to hand you that. Your right, your hereditary rights, your hereditary rights were natural, just like the tree, right? There were no royal families. There was no centralized government. We lived together in autonomous communities where we had this telepathic, you know, the village looked after each other. We honored our elders, our holders. We honored the womb. Yes, we honored the womb, and we cared about the legacy that we were handing down. So the awakening for me, what it really is a remembering. That's what it really is to me. So remembering, you wake up and you go, oh yes, this is not real. No, this is not what we come from. We come from something so much older, so much ancient, and the whispers of that are registering in us right now. People are popping open with so much new wave, new earth work. I love to see it happen. I love to see it happen. I love to see that the medicine is coming forth. I love to see when people are walking in their calling. I love to see when you embrace your uniqueness. I love to see you when you bring forward your philosophy. I love to see you when you craft that new earth curriculum, when you're really embedded in those new technologies. We want to welcome all of that. And this is the process of the awakening. Listen, we're just going to get better and better and stronger and wiser and more powerful and more loving and more compassionate. And we will turn away from those things that encourage us not to be those ways. We won't be able to tolerate them anymore. People are becoming more empathic, more sensitive, but it's different now. It's different now. Before, you know, the old spiritual paradigm, I used to have a real issue. You know, I used to hear empaths say, oh, but I just can't help it. You know, I can't help the overwhelm. And this is what really set me on my journey to understanding and composing my empathic nature, because I didn't want to be a victim to anything. I refused to be a victim to anything. So to me, that couldn't be right, that I could not help this. So it's different now, yeah? It's not all of this wild upheaval, because we understand that the real journey and the real truth and the real way to live life is from within, yes? So we're getting the upgrades, Schamet. We're getting the upgrades to handle the field. We're getting the upgrades to handle the fields of other people. We're getting the upgrades to compose our energetics. We're getting all of that. The DNA is responding, is really responding. And I just want to say really quickly, we're en route now to the winter solstice, 21st of December, 2020. I would say the most important day of our times. This celestial lineup right here is going to drop a great big load of DNA activation. I'm talking collective upgrade. If you're able to be in group meditation, if you're able to be in group ceremony, if you're able to be in group ritual, please do that. If you haven't got a group, start calling your circle. You know you want to call a circle. You've been feeling it, sister. You've been feeling it, brother. Do it. This is the night to do it. And if you are on your own, light a candle and remember that you are powerful and that you can connect with everything else that is going on. So the upgrade through the awakening is really, really important for our human energetics and our human dynamic, yes? We are growing up. We're not in nappies anymore. It's time to put on your big girl panties and your big boy panties, pulling up, and let's get going on the Earth Star. Share your love. Share your compassion, share your understanding. You know, my main thing is, and what I have learned to govern my relationship with people, is that I believe everybody here comes here with their own authentic medicine. That's what I believe. So it looks like this. Your medicine could be that you're the one on the bus stop on a really cold, rainy day, and you're the one that's got the smile, and you're the one that's greeting people, and you're the one that's keeping the energy up at that bus stop. Something as simple as that is powerful medicine. We're all here with something, and this is what the awakening is causing us to know. You know, the simple little things that we have been looking over, they're actually powerful elementals within us. They help us to connect. They help us to bring joy. They help us to remove ourselves from limiting judgments and criticism. It's a beautiful thing. Yes, it does bring chaos. The awakening does bring chaos, but out of chaos comes everything. Yes, that's the power of it, you know? So I really do encourage everybody, you know, embrace yourself. Embrace what's new. Recognize that you have purpose. Yes. Even if you have been so broken, I speak to you today. And I say, there's something in you that is living, is seeking your reclamation, is seeking your retrieval. Don't you give up on yourself. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. There's somebody out there for you. Yes. Ask for help. Trust yourself. Ask for help. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you everything. Ask for help. Find somebody that you can relate to. Ashe.
Beautiful, Rose. Thank you so much. That was so
I answered the question.
Yes, you did, and more.
Okay, good.
Oh, I've had the beautiful blessing to be working with this goddess. Every week we get to see each other and exchange energy and sessions and healing, and it's just been an incredible journey for the last year, and so honored to have you part of this summit, Rose. And I'm so excited to also say that Rose is going to offer everyone an activation for all of you that sign up for the Backstage All Access Pass. She's going to be doing an activation, and actually I think this whole last 45 minutes has been extremely activating as well. I've been loving it. Yeah, so Rose, do you want to talk a little bit about the activation?
Yes, I feel that I want to bring some activity to the womb, the elemental womb, through the breath of throne. And the breath of throne is about recognizing how much we underestimate the breath and what is actually happening when we breathe. And through that breath, I would like to offer some elementals for the sisterhood, if that's okay.
Oh, it's more than okay. We're deeply honored and blessed to have you share that with us. Thank you so much. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Ashe.
Okay. Mm-hmm.